Let's move on to theme number 2. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
All righty. Thanks, Peggy.
What'd you say?
She says we always make her smile. You guys. Now,
Don't
I
lose your minds.
I kind of gave a little, preview to this on Monday when I was on Monday, and I said on Wednesday I am going to talk about 2 things. One, we're going to talk about Christmas Club. Yay! So we've got that later on. But before we do, I want to talk to you about another project that I've been working on at home. And it was a Halloween project. Well, actually, you and I worked on this project together last week. And then I brought it back and I was going to give it to my quilter. And I thought, no, I'm going to try out the clear blue tiles.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if it were a big quilt, I definitely would. No doubt about it. But this was a smaller quilt. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try the clear blue tiles. Now, we had a chance to try them out a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
During Tug.
Yes.
And
can I just say?
Yeah.
I never intended on buying them. She had us sewing on them. I need them. I need them. I'm a long armor.
Right.
I still need them.
But there are times when you just have even those smaller projects that you would love to just be able to quilt on your own embroidery machine.
Who wants to tie up your long arm machine with the little projects when you can do it with that?
Exactly. And I have had so much fun playing with these this weekend. Like I was texting Kim pictures. I'm like, this is so much fun. I love this so much. Look at what I'm doing. I felt like a genius, Kyle.
You are like a genius.
And so this is the clear blue tile. So in a nutshell, basically what happens is when you purchase this is for the embroidery machine. If you don't have an embroidery machine, that's okay. I want you to hold on tight because we're going to be talking about Christmas Club here in just a minute. But there's a magnetic. First of all,
the packaging is
amazing.
So I don't have to go hunting everywhere for all the pieces.
Look at those cute designs that are included. But then all of the Kimberbell background designs you can use with the clear blue tiles. So this is the essential set. And when you open it up, this is what you're going to see.
Genius.
Okay. So it has some marking pins, the USB stick, of course, a step-by-step guide on how this is all done. And so these are so much fun. Oh my goodness. Now, let's take a look at what, well, should we look and see what I quilted?
Yes. Of course, you need to show them that.
Like so,
they'll be so jealous.
Okay. So let me pull this back a little bit. Okay. Here we go.
I'm very impressed.
We did Haberdashery.
Yeah.
And this is a little witch hat quilt with pumpkins.
So cute. This was a kit.
Yes, this is a kit we have. And the kit we have was to make an entire quilt. But Kyle and I decided to make it a little smaller. So we made the wall hanging size. And you can take a look.
I love those pumpkins.
So let me show you. If I were to put this up close, you can see, look how there's little candy corns quilted in there, swirls and candy corns.
I love it. I love the fact that you have one plain block in there.
Kind of gives it's a kind of a busy quilt, so it gives the eye a chance to rest a little bit.
Cute. And how many hoopings? What is that?
This took, I believe it took me 12 hoopings, but
that's not bad.
No, because what I need to explain is this: is when at first some might think, "Oh my goodness, 12 hoopings? That's crazy." Actually, it's not, because you're not having to put stabilizer in.
No,
there's no stabilizer involved because you're using your batting as your stabilizer. Okay, the batting is the stabilizer. This allows you to quilt the front and the back at the same time. Where before, with the Kimberbell background designs,
then you put your back on.
Had to put the back on afterwards, and so there were different ways to do it, and it didn't quilt through all the layers because of the way it was digitized. This allows you to do
it looks like it's
a traditional quilt sandwich, and you're able to. Cute. Oh my goodness.
I love those hats.
You're able to quilt this as if it were on a quilting machine. Okay. So I won't go through all of the details because we do have a class, an online class that is October 8th and 18th. Okay, so the 8th and the 18th. Yes. And it will be recorded. So if you're not, you know, if you can't make it live, that's totally fine. It's from 10 to 1 each of those days.
3 hours.
Mountain time.
Look at that math I did.
And the first session, we're going to talk about how to do overall. And then the second session, we will talk about individual blocks and doing more custom quilting.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so the cost of the class is $30, and that is a 6-hour class, 2 days divided amongst 3. So it's only $5 an hour. But those of you who purchase your clear blue tiles from us, the class is free. It comes with this, and club members, it's half off.
Okay? Wow, that's the class. It's not the class. Clear blue tiles.
Correct. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Now, let me tell you something else. Some people say, well, if you have one of those fancy machines like that have a camera, do you still need this?
I have one.
Guess what? I have one. I'm lucky enough. I have a Solaris. Top of the line.
I was doing it at Sandy with the camera thing, but I didn't need it.
I would still use this all day long. All day long, I would use this, even over the camera. So
it is so much simpler than I ever dreamed.
It is. So I'm going to show you in a nutshell of how do you like that? I said that twice now. In a nutshell, I'm going to show you basically how it's done.
What does that come from?
You have, I don't know. That's kind of like beeswax. I don't know. So we also made a little pillow with some of our leftover blocks. And I have the Kimberbell batting right here.
Oh,
and
I love that batting.
Let's see. Oh, yes. And Bill said, sure, you do. It finishes the back much better than using the camera. It does. I mean, I won't this side.
Once you try it, yes, so you'll be like, whoa, that's genius.
So let me grab this. Candy purchased the tiles from us, and how do we get the free class? Because we have your email, you'll receive a link. Kathy will be sending out a link for the free class. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. So it has a pen. It has the design files. Let's see if I can get it out. I won't worry about it right now. The design files are on the USB stick. It has a little 2 slap bands to hold the extra of your quilt sandwich. Okay. And then it has all these different tiles.
Those are the blue tiles.
So, of course, you're going to start out with the largest tile size you have. Now, this one, the essential set, trying to think what it goes up to. Let me see. The essential set goes up to an 8 by 10. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But if you have a larger hoop, you can buy the expansion pack that goes in addition with this. You still need the essential set because that's where all the designs are. But you can find the expansion pack and it will go up to a 9.5 by 14. So what you do is you'll see right here that it has these channels, and you're going to use this marking pen to mark your channels. So basically you can start in the center of your project and then move out. Or for something small like this, I might even just do, look at that. Start in the corner. And I would do, this would take 4 hoopings of an 8 by 8 inch size because these are 8 by 8 inch blocks, and I'm going to go here.
Nice.
So what I would do is place this right there, and then I'm going to mark the center point. And I'm actually on pen? It is. I'm on the black hat, so you're not going to see that very well. And so I would, if I had a white marker here, I would use the white marker. And then you write in the little thing here, 8 by 8. Now that's really important.
Yeah, that was.
The finished block size is right here. It says 8 by 8. And you would mark on your quilt 8x8 so that when you go to pull the files, you know the exact file you need for this hooping. So basically you're like creating a map, a layout, and you just go ahead and place these
so Kris, I have one thing.
Anywhere you want. Yeah.
You didn't draw the line all the way out on your tile. You didn't need to. You just needed guidelines.
I just need some guidelines. In fact, I don't even have to draw it all the way out. I could have just done a little mark. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, one more thing. You're also going to mark your corners. And it has all the directions. Of course, you know, Kimberbell, they lay it out so nicely, but you mark all the corners. That way you know where to place your next tile.
Oh.
All right, because you're just putting it to the side. And now all of these will look like they're connecting. All right. Now, let's say this is a small example. You have a very large tile. Let's say I did this in a 9.5 by 14. And then I had a little bit left on this side. So what I would do is I would pull out another tile. And this is not as wide, right? And I would place it on here. So kind of the way that Kim's has been teaching everyone is you think of this as a stamp. Whatever is underneath this is stamped the design. So it's like you're stamping throughout the entire project. All right, so I would go like this, and I would, you know, mark my lines. I would say, oh, that's a 4x10. So I'd write 4x10. And then when I go to hoop, in fact, Kyle, could you grab me a hoop real quick? It doesn't matter what size, since I'm not actually going to be stitching out. But you would mark your lines, and then everything is marked. That's all you have to do. Perfect. All right. So that is the marking part of it. And I'll tell you, it's genius, because everything, no matter what size you do, it is all proportionate to the size it's there. So it doesn't matter if you're doing a small 2x4 or a 4x14 or a 7x12. It doesn't matter. It's all proportionate with one another. So now, in order to hoop this, what I would do is, this is my backing hoop. This is the top of my hoop. I would place this down. This is also where, if you have the grids, those are very, very helpful, because I would place this with the grid. Now, I didn't put a backing on here. I should have told you, this is my batting. If I were doing this for real, I would have the backing down as well, and it would be larger than the front. So I place the top of my hoop over center. So this is center.
Okay, you're lining those up with those arrows.
Exactly. I'm lining these up with these arrows. Now, another tip I have, if you're doing this, I like to use double stick tape on the back of my hoops, on the inner ring of the back of my hoops. So I'd use a double stick tape. I use this hooping method for just about anything, even for shirts. If I'm embroidering on shirts, whatever I'm embroidering on, I love to use the double stick tape method to place right here. That way I can just place it on, just kind of stick it down. It's going to hold it in place while I take my bottom ring and slide it under.
That's a good idea.
Because if you've ever been trying to, you know, situate this, we all know it. If you've been embroidering, you know what I'm talking about, right? And so you want to be able to, that's going to slide around. You don't want that to slide around. So that's why I use that. And then I'm able to put that on. Okay. So once I've done that, I have this upside down. There we go. I'm going to just put this into the machine, center it with my crosshairs, center the needle with the crosshairs, and out it will stitch. It's amazing.
But these are lined up here.
But those are lined up there. So that's all you do. So again, if you're not, hooping is no big deal, because you're not using stabilizer.
I was afraid of hoops. Yeah. You told me I had to rehoop. I was like, nope, I'm not doing the project.
Right. It's not hard at all.
No, I'm not afraid now.
Keep that hoop loose, pop it in, tighten it up. Now, if you have a magnetic hoop,
I hear those are amazing,
incredible. In fact, I told Mike, guess what? I need a new magnetic hoop because that makes it even easier. I mean, you just slide it up, put it in, and put the magnet on top. It's amazing.
I keep thinking I need one. Christmas is coming.
So then you just go, there you go. Yeah, because magnetic hoops can be a little pricey for sure. Now, let me show you another thing that's really cool about this, Kyle.
Okay.
Let's take a look at, let me find where my little mix-up was.
You had a mix-up?
I did.
Wow.
But now I can't find it. Oh, yes, now I can find it.
You know.
That good. I do know where it was. Okay, Kyle, take a look at this block. Do you see anything that looks wrong on it?
No.
Okay, I know you guys probably can't see it as well because it's gray on gray, but what I have to share this because this is one of those things that I discovered while doing this project. And I said, Kim, this is brilliant because guess what?
Really?
There's no mess ups. Okay, so I had put in the hoop. I put in the machine what size I wanted.
Okay.
Well, then when I went to my next hooping, I forgot to change my size.
Yeah.
Which
I almost did that.
Rookie mistake, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I need to, the more you do this, well, it takes like 2 hoopings and then you're like, oh my gosh, I understand this. This is so easy.
Uh-huh.
So rookie mistake, I had a edge to edge design here and I had one here, but it ended up leaving this 2-inch gap. Now, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but my goodness, that drove me crazy that I had this 2-inch gap right here.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize it until I was done. And I went, wait a minute, what happened? Oh, I had used the wrong
file.
Oh. So guess what I did? Ta-da! I found my 2-inch by 6-inch clear blue tile. And I took a look at it and I said, oh my goodness, look at this.
It'll fit.
It will fit right there. There's also a 1-inch. In fact, on this one, I think I used the 1-inch by 7-inch tile.
Uh-huh.
There's all these different tiles in there.
And that swirl is the same kind of swirl.
Exactly. And so with the 1-inch by 7-inch, I placed it right there. I could see in between where my gap was. Because again, if you think of this as a stamp, I know exactly where that design is going to go. So I placed it there. I did a little marking. I did my little crosshairs right here.
Uh-huh.
I wrote in my little window 1 by 7.
Uh-huh.
Pull
Looks
it out.
Like you did on purpose.
Exactly. And now you don't even know.
And it's on your
you don't even know.
Pretty plain fabric.
And this is on the plain one where it would really show.
It would have.
And I was able to just quickly pop that into the machine. And it stitched exactly where I needed it to go. And you don't even know.
There's no mistakes.
Is that so cool or what?
That is really cool.
The same thing happened on my witch hat because again, that hooping, it was just right in this section that I had some gaps and I was like, oh, darn it. What did I do? Oh, this is what happened. And so I was able to take a different one. I mean, you guys, I am just giddy about this. I cannot say enough good things about it.
That's a lot of different tiles.
There are a lot. So this is the 4 by 6. So the witch hat didn't have any on it because I had made that mistake earlier. So I took the 4 by 6. I went, yep, this is exactly where I need to go. Drew my little crosshairs, put in the 4 by 6 file, boom. And it is seamless. You don't even see where it began and where it ended.
Nice.
So I just love it. I can't say enough good things.
So there's not
I
just
think it's
3
genius.
sizes of tiles. There's a whole variety in there.
There's a whole variety. So that's kind of in a nutshell how cool this system is. And like I said, October 8th, we'll go more into depth. We'll, go through it. We want you to practice it with us. And of course, if you don't have them during that class, watch it. And then go back to it.
Listen to all the instructions and then go back. That's what I need to do. I don't want to be trying to mess and miss something.
Exactly.
I want to listen all the way.
Yeah. Christine says it's good to know how to fix a mistake. Absolutely. And it was a mistake on my part. And I was like, Oh,
darn
dang it.
Darn.
Dang it. I hate when that happens. And yeah, Gloria says, haha, Kim warned us to all be sure to pick the right file each hooping.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the good news is that I was able to fix the mistake because you have lots of different tile sizes in order to do that. Don't
Take
panic.
a breath.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all, what is it?
Figure outable. It's all figure outable.
Yep.
Yep. So Judy asked, how do we access the free classes if we bought our tiles from MGQS? Great question, Judy. Kathy will be sending out the email links for everyone who had purchased the tiles.
Even before now.
Yes, yes. If you have purchased the tiles from us, all of you will be receiving those email links. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So great.
All right. Let's see. Okay, Linda said, Kris, will you be adding more designs for this? It's not from me, it's from Kimberbell. But yes, they have so many different designs that you can choose from. In fact, Sherry Carroll, will you put a link to, we do have an affiliate link for the Kimberbell Vault. That if you go through that link and purchase designs from there, because they're all downloadables, then you can be able to mix and match. I mean, it's so much fun. You don't have to do the same design on every block. You could do a totally different design for each one.
Be like custom.
Absolutely. It's custom.
Nice.
And it made me feel, oh my gosh, it made me feel so good.
So
Alice asked,
when somebody brings me over a table runner to quilt for them,
mm-hmm.
I could do a really cool design.
Yes, you could, because they're so cute.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, the designs are adorable. So Alice asks, where do you begin your marking, the center or the edge? It depends. If I were working on a larger piece, I would start from the center and work on my way out. So that's what I did on this one, the big haberdashery. I started in the center, worked out. On the pillow, I would start just from the corner. So
okay, I got a question. So do you make sure your backing is quite a bit bigger, like 2 inches bigger than your top?
Yes, you want to make sure your backing is actually about 5 inches bigger than your back or than your top. In fact, I have one of our Christmas Club projects that I'm going to show here in a minute. I also use the clear blue tiles on, which I'm very excited about. My backing wasn't as big to fit into the hoop. So all I had to do was I had old strips of fabric. I just hurried and sewed them on with a basting stitch just so that it was large enough to go into the hoop. And then afterwards, I just took it out.
You can be in my club, the Genius Club.
I like that. All right. Yeah, Lynn says, be sure, even with the magnetic hoop, you have to be sure it doesn't shift. Oh, absolutely. It would be with any hooping.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll tell you, the magnetic hoop makes it really, really easy.
Yeah. I tried to hoop them at first, and I didn't understand how important.
Hi, Linda. It's great to see you. She's asking, can you mark the whole quilt? Yes. You could mark the whole quilt at once, which is what I did. And it just made it so simple. I was like, boom, 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 boom. Or you could do like one section at a time. It's totally up to you.
I can tell you're excited about it.
I am excited because it is actually so easy. And sometimes we make things more confusing for ourselves than they need to be.
I first glanced at it and went, nope, I'm out. Too complicated, but it's not.
But it's not. You loved it, didn't you?
I did. I was so happy I got to work on the tug pillows because now I'm not afraid. And I will be getting a set.
That's right.
Barb and I both said that night.
Yeah.
Well, all of us said it that night. We're like, this is easier than what we thought.
Thank you, Janice. She said Kim has a video that shows you how to make grids if you didn't get them with your machine. Yes, if you didn't get them with your machine, you can order them separately. But you also, if you don't want to do that, Kim shows you how to take cutaway stabilizer, be able to stitch out some crosshairs on it, and you've now created your own grids.
That's amazing.
So definitely check that out.
Look that up.
Yep. Alice said learning how to use the grids was a game changer. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was too afraid, so I never used my grids.
Right.
I hardly even.
But now we know why those grids are so wonderful, right?
Don't throw them away.
So Deborah's was delivered last week. She's going to work with them tomorrow. Yay. Paula says she can't wait to start using hers. They're on their way.
Post pictures when you do it.
Definitely. Absolutely. Okay, someone must have asked, because Sherry answered, they recommend smaller quilts around 60 by 60. Larger quilts start to get some warping in the design because of the weight of the quilt. Yeah. So you could do a very large quilt.
You could.
But you got to make sure that there is absolutely no drag there. So the best bet, and that would be an enormous amount of hoopings, but the best bet is 60 by 60 or smaller. But let me tell you, I'm loving it for all these smaller projects. Oh my goodness.
On those big quilts, you could do just line quilting. Just do the Kimberbell ones in the center, and then you could do lines on the outside of it.
Definitely. Kathy said, how do you deal with the thread ends every time you start and stop? You could take one stitch, advance your machine by one stitch, pull it down, bring the bobbin thread up, and do it that way, just kind of like you would do with regular long arm. All right. Yeah, you could use a chalk pencil. That's what I would definitely use. If I had one right here by me, I would have used a chalk pencil. So, yep. Twice and around and then come back. I'm not sure, Cordy. On the blue, always check and make sure with your fabric that the blue pins will come off. If you spray it with water, it just automatically disappears.
Nice.
If you have some that come back, give it another try, or always pre-test and make sure that with your fabric, depending on like if there's sizing or something added to the fabric, that might cause issues. I don't know.
You do not want to get halfway through your quilt and it doesn't come off, and then you're like,
Karen wondered what the slap bands were for. Yeah, it's for when you are rolling your quilt on underneath the bed of the machine, the throat, and then you put the slap band around it, and it just holds it into place.
Helps it so everything's not in the way. And one thing, the part that's over your hoop, I saw somebody caught that in their embroidery. I don't know who. It must have been Barb.
It must have been.
It was me. Of course it was me.
Yes, Lori. The this is free for those who purchased the tiles from us. So, yep. All right. I hope I'm just kind of going through this really quick. So you can still take the class, Jules, if you ordered them from someone else. It's just $30. Class or club
for
members
6
get
hours?
half off, but yeah, for 6 hours, that's pretty good, right? So it's only $5 an hour. So, yeah.
It's a good thing you're not too expensive.
Oh, I try. Try to keep things affordable.
It's worth it. It's worth every penny.
Yes, for sure. And like I said, some of you may decide, I just want to watch the class first. I don't want to do it at the same time. And that's perfectly okay.
I think it's a great idea. And that's why we record them.
Yeah. So there we go. Okay. Anne Marie, the class is October 8th and October 18th. Okay. Oh, good, Cindy. Here's the tie pin works really well for getting rid of the markers.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
To give that a try.
It's a good idea.
Okay, so that is the clear blue tiles, and I'm just so excited about it, you guys. Like I said, I'm just having so much fun. And even Jessica was doing the bee quilts.
Yes, I saw that.
And she was doing cute little bumblebees, and she's like, Mom, this is so much fun. I'm like, I know. I just feel so accomplished having
you've
done
learned
it from
a
start
whole
to
new
finish.
skill.
Absolutely. So,
and you've taken it all the way from the beginning to the end. That's very satisfying.
Definitely. All right. So we've done theme number 1 and we've done theme number 2. What time is it, Kyle?
It's time for number 3.
All right. So what is the deal today? we've got a couple things because we're going to be talking about Christmas Club here in just a minute. But
you guys are going to lose your mind.
The Haberdashery quilt kit, if you would like to do this, it is 20% off.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. Here
Look
we
those
go.
cute fabrics.
Yep. And we have enough fabric for you to make an entire quilt. This is just one of the wall hangings. And we did it as wall hanging, or I think this would be really cute as a table topper too.
Oh my gosh.
And then we
or
also
table
made
runner.
the pillow out of it.
Yeah.
So Haberdashery quilt kit, 20% off. You can find it on our website. Go to mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com, search deal of the day, and there you will find that.